Hi there, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime. A place where we look at crime and I give my views on it. Welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime, Slater Investigations update. It's an update really, and I'm going to start by saying that, as I've said in other videos, let's go back. Let's look at the very beginning of this. And today I'm going to concentrate on cars. I've just come from Wax's video, his last video, where he's talking about the white cars. Let it be said that I spoke about the white cars a long time ago, but nobody listens to me. Jay was unburied from the sand and put in the back of a white car around 2 a.m. to 5 a.m, proof on video. Jay was tortured with punches, chains and weapons around 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. in a shed or Airbnb, proof on video. One thing I will say about that is if it's proof on video, wouldn't they know whether it was the Airbnb or in a shed? Jay's drugged body, but alive, was taken out of Ayub's white car at 5:30 a.m. in Playa Juan Lopez and taken into the building behind the white car where they murdered Jay and stole Jay's organs, heart, kidneys, etc. Men are seen leaving the building with small cooler bags, small fridges, likely with Jay's heart and kidneys, etc., and putting them on a boat that left the seaport of Playa Juan Lopez around 6 a.m. Before I go on any further, I want to ask you if you're okay. Are you looking after yourselves? Have you had this awful lurgy that's going around? My eldest daughter had it just after Christmas, literally the day after Christmas. So, no, the day after Boxing Day. And she's only just got over it. So I hope you don't get it. It's not very nice. It's yuck. So just take care of yourselves out there, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what Wax actually said about the cars. Here we go.
At Mascot looking at this white car, and I've got something interesting to share with you. In fact, I've got two things that I'm going to be sharing with you in regards to the white car and this situation taking place in Mascot. Now, as we were saying, there is no real evidence to prove that Jay walked up this road. But one thing we do have is evidence to show white cars stopping off at these lay-bys, and it looks like they are searching or looking for something. In some of the footage, we can see them getting out of the cars. We can see them actually arriving to the lay-by and then picking up whoever's there waiting at the lay-by. And this is footage from the day that Jay allegedly went missing up until maybe 48 hours after Jay had gone missing. So the videos that we've been looking at of the white cars and so on and so forth are the days following Jay's disappearance. But what's extremely interesting is this. This is a comment that was posted in the Jay Slater missing group, the official group, the only official group according to Rachel. Now, as I've told you, I believed that the cars that were driving into the lay-bys, they were looking for something, they were searching for something, and I was definitely right with that. This person, Laura, says to Lucy, I seen a comment yesterday from a woman to say that was her in the white car. They stopped to the side of the road doing a search, and her husband had pulled over to the side of the road to get water out of the boot of the car. Lucy responds to a person called Danielle. So she doesn't respond to Laura. She responds to Danielle, and she says to Danielle, the white car today was us. This was not today. So what we have this confirming, ladies and gentlemen, is Lucy May was in a white car with someone driving in Mascot looking for Jay.
It's got something to do with the white cars. And let me tell you, I'm not a sleuth. I have not been taking this case apart like some of the top sleuths here, which are Wax Unfiltered, Mama D, and Duncan Smith. But I have looked over it a little bit. I've looked over it quite a lot. What am I talking about? But I don't have people sending me all sorts of things. Say, look at this, Jan, look at that, Jan. But I'm very well aware of this story and what's been painted. I can't help it. I'm an artist. I always use that analogy. What's been painted for us to understand or to accept. Do we understand it? No. Do we accept it? No. So what I'm saying is, guys, look back at the very beginning. And at the very beginning, all this footage came out, not only for Wax to report on, but also for all of us to see what actually did happen to Jay Slater. Well aware that Joseph Morris just sort of disappeared after being tarred with a certain brush that again painted him in a certain way. But I must say that he was one of the influencers or the creators that I used to watch to get some information about the case. And I think he was spot on when it came to the car situation. This little bit that I've taken from a previous one of my videos will show exactly what he had to say about it.
Exists. But Sleuth TB writes, quote, video footage indicates that Jay and his companions arrived at the apartment during the early hours of Monday morning. Approximately 1 hour later, another vehicle arrived at the same location and remained there for around 30 minutes before departing. This took place between 6 and 7:30 a.m. on Monday, June 17th, end quote. Now, this is very interesting because you can clearly see car lights in the pitch black on the road coming up to the B&B. And then it parks at the B&B for half an hour, the sleuth says. And I just outlined where this car is so that you can make it out yourself. It's very hard to see because, again, only screenshots exist. Okay, so it's there. And then it leaves right there after half an hour. So this mysterious car did this after Jay arrived. And the sleuth says Jay arrived before 6 a.m. because they were watching the webcams. So who was this additional car that showed up while Jay was there? One sleuth speculates, quote, probably to stage the fake Snapchat photos.
So have you given much thought to the white cars? I mean, the pictures that Wax has just shown, it looks as if that road's quite busy. And I don't think he gave a time for that footage. Let me know if I'm wrong. But whatever time it was, it did appear to be quite a busy stretch of road. So it doesn't make sense to think that Jay could have walked down that relatively busy road and not been seen by anybody. Nobody saw him apart from Ophelia. There's been footage that I've seen where there's been 3 white cars driving up that road. Nobody's said anything about that. I just think that that's weird. Why would there be 3 white cars? Were they 3 cabs? I mean, come on, guys, tell us. So now we're going to look down because I know somebody in my comment section said to me the taxis in Tenerife are all white. So I was like, oh, okay, so maybe they were 3 cabs going up the road. And then I was like, well, that means that there was more than just Jay and Ayub and Rocky in the car when they went to Masca. So, yeah, very interesting. So let me know what you think about the white cars. And yes, somebody did tell me they were taxis. Maybe they were. But do you think that there's a possibility, as I've always believed, that Jay was actually moved from the Airbnb and dumped in the Cove? That's what I believe, guys. Let me know your thoughts. You take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.